Hello, Richard here from Fully Charged. Today we're talking about my obsession, the Tern GSD, some updates in colours and some different configurations for your family needs and some updated accessories. So let's get to it. Okay, first off, here we are with a Beetle Blue, actually my personal favourite. I've got a Beetle Blue Tern GSD. This is an S10 LR in the buff, completely with no accessories on it. So this is how they come to us and we accessorise them for you. This is an S10 LR, which has a 400 watt-hour power pack. That gives you a range of about 15 to 50 miles on this bike. Every bike has 2 battery slots as standard, so you can always increase range. You've got the Bosch Cargo Line motor, which is 85 Newton meters of torque, plenty of power, top of the range Magura hydraulic disc brakes with a brake light. When you press the brakes, flashes a brake light. And just to say, Tern GSD bikes, they're like a one-size-fits-all. It's for your tallest to the shortest, for sharing, multiple adults sharing, sharing the bike. You can adjust angles like the handlebar angle and height here, and you can lock that down. You find your perfect position, whatever's comfortable for you, and lock that down. You've got a telescopic seat post here, and it's angled. So as you increase in height, you increase in reach. So perfect for 2 parents of varying heights. You have foldable handlebars as well. So if you're storing it, even vertically, you can do this, fold the handlebars down. There's a little rubber strap that holds everything together. This way you get it in the shortest configuration. The wheel actually turns around and makes the whole bike a little bit shorter. It's 1.85 meters like this, so that's the same length as a regular hybrid bike. A couple of new accessories from Tern that we don't have here today, but we do have in stock, are a bike tow kit and a tail hitch. Now, every Tern GSD has trailer mounting points built into the frame, but what they wanted to do is give a bit of an extension to that. So they've made an extension that bolts on here. It's really stiff and strong, but also the ability to take your kid's bike, take the front wheel off and attach the axle mounts here. So you can tow your kids' bikes behind you. A lot of customers have been finding ways of doing that before these accessories existed, using straps. Maybe they're strapping the front wheel of a kid's bike to their Clubhouse Plus and their Sidekick Widex. I've done that as well in the past with something called volley straps. But yeah, these new OEM accessories from Tern make it very safe and very easy to maneuver the bike whilst you're towing things. And to that end, I love seeing our customers riding their bikes out in public, saying to me how much they've changed their lives in cities all across the country. I rode with my kids on a bike ride in London called Kidical Mass, where the kids take over the streets. There were so many Tern GSDs on the streets there, and I love seeing all the personalisations and mods that customers have done to their bike. There was one lady, she covered her bike in flowers, she was towing a bike behind her, and she was probably the most nervous about test riding the bike that I've ever seen. She came in shaking nervous, and now she's an absolute power user of the bike, and it's changed her life for the good. In conclusion, the reason these are really the market leader is that they are the easiest to ride for carrying 2 kids on the back, and they're the most compact. And yeah, I think users are pretty shocked by how they just feel like a bike, like a normal bike. People have this conception of it being a cargo bike and being difficult to ride, but these are so easy to ride. Second up, here we are with an S10 in matte black. You'll see it here in a configuration for an older child on a padded seat and a younger child, maybe a baby or toddler up to about 4 or 5 years old, on an Urban Icky baby seat. And with the Clubhouse Plus, when you buy the Clubhouse Plus, it includes a flat bar on the back and an extension bar here for baby seats. You can fit 2 kids on with the flat bar, but older kids really. If you're going for a baby seat, you need to add this child seat expansion bar. And of course, you can also get 2 baby seats on this. So you could put 2 of these inside this Clubhouse Plus, which your kids can hold on to and it can protect them. It's probably our most popular accessory for a Tern GSD and the first thing that most parents go for. Third up, here we are with the Tern GSD S10 in dragon fruit, and I can't begin to tell you how many phone calls I've had about this colour. It's very popular. Here is a configuration where we've got the Clubhouse Plus for older children and the transporter front rack for carrying all your shopping and cargo on the front. You've got the sidekick wide decks, which really supports your kids' feet, give them extra foot space, but also if you're carrying any pannier bags or the storm box, supports those bags from underneath. You have the lock stand extensions, which extend that lock stand and make it wider, more stable for kids climbing on and off the bike. My 7-year-old, she just literally leaps on because of the stability of those lock stand extensions. This is kind of set up for older kids. This is the sort of configuration of the Clubhouse Plus that I have for my 2 children. The transporter front rack, they can take Euro crates, which is a standardized box size. You can often find plastic boxes or wooden Euro crates. The Clubhouse Plus, again, it's a standard Euro crate width. So you can take 2 crates in here or 1 double length one. So loads of storage. Fourth, here we are with the exact same configuration as the last bike. An S10, but this time in Schoolbus yellow. Another very bright and popular colour. What I'm going to do now is show you how they store vertically. If you're short of space in your hallway or something, a lot of customers do this. So I hold the bike's on its kickstand here, and I'm holding the back brake, and I'm just getting my weight towards the back of the bike, one hand on the saddle, squeezing that back brake and just yanking it back like that. And when it's in this position, I'm folding the handlebars, using the little rubber strap here, holds it all together. It's a bit wobbly on this pavement, but yeah, I have a hook on my wall, and just to make sure it's extra safety, I just strap it with Velcro to my hook on my wall. Feel free to give us a call and we can go over different configurations of these bikes with the accessories. We have all these accessories in stock online, and we're fortunate enough to have the bikes and accessories in stock now. So give us a call, have a virtual consultation. We can build the perfect configuration for you and your family. Here we are on bike number 5. This is an S10 in a new colour called Rhino Grey. Really, really nice in person. And we've got a bit of an older kid configuration here, or small adults even. So what we have here is a brand new redesign of the captain's chair. So the old captain's chair had a little loop here as a handle, but now they've extended the bars here to give you more stability and hold your kids in a little bit safer. Also, this is again the width of a Euro crate, so easier to store a box here. In addition to that, customers were, I guess, asking for other alternative storage solutions. So on the back of the captain's chair here, there's now a rail where you can fit a normal QL 2.1 hook and loop pannier bag, like maybe Ortleb or Tule or something like that. You can click a pannier bag on the back of the bike. And because of that, because there's a pannier bag on the back, if you get a really long one, it may block the back light. So what they've done is they've come up with some lights that fit in the ends of this captain's chair and the ends of a Clubhouse Plus. So they're just little battery lights you can fit in the ends here. I think it was something that customers were kind of doing as a bit of a mod, but Tern have come out with their own ones. So that's great. This captain's chair is also a lot wider. The backrest is bigger, a lot more comfort and cushioning here. And we also have an update for a sidekick handle. Now, before the sidekick handle was a little handle that came here and it attached to the seat post. The problem with that is as you've got varying different heights of rider, that handle's moving around and it's quite far forward. So here what they've done is they've come up with a brand new sidekick handle which actually mounts to the rack here. So you can get 2 kids here, maybe a littler one at the front, maybe older kid at the back. So little one at the back, older kid at the front, holding onto this handle. It's nice and secure. Really like that. It's really well made. It's like metal that's coated in rubber on the bottom, so it won't scratch anything. This is a hauler rack. It's the smaller of the 2 front racks you can get on the Tern GSD. It's lighter, it's smaller, it's easier to get through doorways when you're manoeuvring the bike through doorways. I've had this rack on my bike as well. I was able to get 2 kids' folded scooters, 2 kids' backpacks and my backpack all strapped to this. You could again strap a Euro crate to this. It's got holes in the bottom here, so you could always screw, maybe you've got a wooden crate, you want to permanently fix it, you could bolt it in. So great little rack. It comes with, both the racks come with these bungees to strap stuff down with, and yeah, it's really nice, and one of our most popular configurations. Okay, what we've got here, in addition to the new coloured S10s, is the top of the range Tern GSD R14 in my favourite configuration, which is the Stormbox setup. So this is the configuration I've got on my bike. This configuration has been a complete game changer for our customers. It's absolutely, I'd probably say about 8 out of 10 bikes that leave our showroom have this. So, and this really sets the Tern GSD apart from a lot of the competition, to have what's essentially a trunk on the back of your bike, but also the weatherproofing for your kids. You know, at the end of the day, you are blocking the wind from hitting your kids, them being behind you, but this protects your kids' legs. Even when you're going down like canal towpaths and stuff, I find like from nettles and stuff, it's protecting them, but also wind and rain. When you buy the Stormbox, it comes with a kid lid. It's a poncho that keeps your kids dry from the shoulders down. It just attaches to these 4 corners. You also get the cargo lid, and the cargo lid, you know, you can fill this full of your weekly shop, cover it over the top. You can even buy like a lock. You can even buy a combination lock which goes through this and keeps your shopping safe. Yeah, my kids love this. They just dump their bags inside of it, down by their feet. You wouldn't believe the amount of raisins that collate at the bottom of it, but that's fine. It's all part of having children. To fit the Stormbox, you need a few things. So you need the Clubhouse Plus, which we've talked about before. That includes the padded seats. You need the Stormbox itself. You also ideally would like to get the sidekick wide decks. These support the Stormbox from underneath. If you're ever filling it full of heavy materials, personally 24 cans of Pepsi Max, it supports that weight from underneath. You also ideally need the lock stand extensions to extend that kickstand, because when you flip the kickstand up, and it pops up with a flick of a lever, by the way, you've got enough space under here with those lock stand extensions to reach under. Makes it easier to lock it in place, and it's a very, very stable stand. So yeah, it's got, also in here you've got lots of bottle holders. So there's 4 bottle holders on each corner. You've got a little pocket at the front. I personally keep my kid lid poncho in this pocket, and yeah, it's brilliant. And again, you could fit 2 baby seats in this as well. Once you've got that child seat expansion bar, which we talked about earlier, you can still fit those baby seats in the Stormbox. Extra protection for your kids there. Also, you could fit what's called a Storm Shield, which is a big tent. I'll show you that now. Okay, here we are with the Tern Storm Shield. Now, for most of the time, I don't need this, but for any extreme weather, this can really protect your kids. If you want to, you know, have that ultimate protection from wind and rain, this is it. So I'll just quickly fit it on there with these little elastics. There are Velcro straps to properly hold it down as well. I won't bother doing that now, but you know, look like an amazing tuk-tuk driver, you know. It has roll-up sides here. Again, it has a front pocket here, a little zip pocket actually. These just roll up like that, little bungees that hold it all together. My kids love being in this. They think it's really fun. Now, they've made loads of improvements to these. So the thing is with Tern, you know, it's by far our best-selling bike, but they're not resting here. They're constantly iterating and improving both the bikes and the accessories. So this is like their 3rd gen of the Storm Shield now. I found this out, that they've strengthened the poles are inside this to give more stability and strength. They've adjusted the front of this with tensioning straps so you can keep it off your back. As I say, they're constantly improving these accessories, and they really listen both to customer feedback and retailer feedback. You know, we see these bikes every day. We hear from customers the pros and cons. We're on the Tern GSD Facebook group. I'm an absolute nerd with this stuff, so yeah, they really listen to us and the customer. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Feel free to book a virtual consultation online. You can buy these bikes online, or we can go through it over the phone. You can book a test ride here with your kids. We can build the perfect configuration for you. So you can do test rides at any of our stores across the country. We've got New Forest, we've got Guildford, we've got Silverstone, and we've got Cornwall. So yeah, thanks.